Welcome to How to Track PPP Round 2 Loan Expenses. I have updated the template that was used in PPP Round 1. So if you're familiar with this template, good, you can download this one to track your PPP 2 loan expenses. My name is Matt Holquist with the Quickbooks University, and a couple things about this template. Okay, so before you get started, there is a link down in the description of the video. And I listed it a couple times. You can click this link. It will download this spreadsheet to your taskbar. And then from there, you can click to open it and then save it to your own computer. Now, there is no password, nothing like that. Now, a couple things about this, though, that I do want to go through. You can track your PPP loan expenses, but you only want to input information into these yellow boxes. Okay, so the yellow cells, you can see here, you can change. Pretty much every other cell is calculated, so you don't want to use those other cells. You don't want to override, you don't want to do anything like that. You will see in a couple of them where there is a drop down where you can choose 8-week or 24-week. In this one, for example, and there are some other ones that have some drop downs as well. Now, you will also see a comment on each of these cells, and anytime you see this red arrow, that is a comment. So you can hover over this to get more information about that cell. Now, let me go through the couple things. If you're familiar with the template that I had before to track your first round of PPP expenses, this one I have changed just a little bit, okay? So in this one, let me go down here and I want to show you a couple things. I have added a line here that says gross wages, so it's less gross wages attributable to tax credits, okay, from below. Okay, so there is a rule that if you did get the FFCRA tax credits, in 2020, and you're going to get them in 2021 because they are effective at this point for the first 2 quarters of 2021, or the employee retention credit that you can also get in these first 2 quarters, you do have to reduce your wages that you use for your forgiveness calculation by the wages that you use to get those credits. Okay, so I have a calculation of that. I'll show you here in just a minute. Then we have the other standard things, the 401k match, the health insurance. Now, I did add in this comment that this also includes health, vision, and dental insurance, as well as group life and disability insurance. Okay, so you can now include those. And then below here, I added in the additional expenses that you can now use, and you can see a description of this. Now, there is still a little vagueness on what exactly is included in these, but it seems that they're pretty far-reaching, okay? So I included the comments here that will give you a little bit more description. All right, so I have set this up so it's got the 24 weeks. Now, if you do choose 8, of course, you're just going to use weeks 1 through 8. But if you do the 24, then you can do it all the way through 24 weeks. And I'll show you it goes all the way to the side over here. Okay? Now, wages, gross wages for this calculation are calculated down below. A couple things on this spreadsheet that will hopefully help make your calculations a little bit easier is you can specify here, you've got a drop-down box. Is this employee an owner or not an owner? So you're going to list out your employees here. If you need to add employees, you can just add rows and then change this description here. But if you do that, you are going to need to copy this formula in this row down to those additional rows you add. All right, you want to make sure that you do that. It's very important. Okay, so you're going to specify that it's an owner, and then you're going to look, you have to specify the owner's 2019 pay during the same time period that you're using up here for your 8 or 24 weeks, all right? Because there is a rule that you can only use the lesser of the 2019 pay or the pay during this time period. Okay, then you're going to add in the gross wages for the employees in any of these pay runs for the 24 weeks. Very simple. Now, this spreadsheet will automatically calculate the limitation. Okay, you see here, this is not an owner, and it's a 24-week period, so it caps it at $46,153. All right, so it automatically limits it. Now, I'm going to show you what happens if I change this to an owner. If I say yes, it's going to cap it to the $20,833. Okay, and if you choose 8 weeks, it'll be at the $15,000. All right, so these numbers here will automatically calculate for you whether it's an owner or if they go over $100,000, whatever the case may be. So you don't need to adjust that in any of your gross pay numbers here. All right. Now, the next thing I want to go through is the wages attributable to the tax credits. And I've got a couple of comments here. And so if you took tax credits in one of these weeks, you have to look at the wages attributable to those credits and put them in as a positive number. All right. This is going to carry over here and give you a net number. All right, so it does subtract it. So you want to make sure you enter these credits, the gross wages for credits, as a positive number. And then that number is going to go up to the top over here, right here, and it will reduce the, the wages for the forgiveness calculation. All right. Now, these numbers for the other costs and for the gross wages are going to carry up over here so you can see the percentages to make sure you're hitting 60% for the payroll and benefits and 40% or less for the other costs. Okay, this is just a check number to make sure everything's calculating correctly. And one other thing you will see here, you have remaining PPP loan proceeds. All right, so at any point in time, you can track this, real time, week to week, see how much you have left that you need to spend to see, if you need to go to the 24 weeks or whatever the case may be. All right, any questions, any comments on this, please feel free to leave those below. If you do see any errors in this spreadsheet, there's a lot going on here. So if you see any errors, let me know, leave a comment, and I will fix it and post an updated template. All right. Again, any questions, any comments, feel free to leave them below, and I will get back to you. Thank you so much.